Surprise, you guys. What is up? It is Dunbar Snack Bar with MLB 2K11. And it's a surprise because it's the World Series from my season that I did as the Chicago Cubs for MLB 2K11. Now, I thought that the videos were gone, and they are gone. But I went and I took a look, and I had an old saved game from the franchise. And I'm like, I wonder what happens if I play this game. So I finished the game, and I was super, super close to the playoffs. I'm like, let's simulate it. Let's see how I do. Well, I got to the World Series, and I'm like, this would be sweet to record and put on YouTube. A lot of you wanted to see how the Chicago Cubs ended up in MLB 2K11. This was the team I played as for franchise mode last year. For MLB 2K12, I'll be playing as the Detroit Tigers. So this will be nice for me to get kind of like warmed back up here in the franchise mode and everything like that. But also for you guys to see what happens. Now, I wanted to be the Chicago Cubs because the Cubs have not won a World Series since 1908. That is a long, long time. And I wanted to see if there was any way that I could get the Cubs a World Series. So the name of the game for us here during 2011 was offense. And the Cubs did it to perfection, especially hitting the long ball. We hit a lot of power. Now, that kind of went against what happened in real life for the Cubs, so you can't really relate it back to their real-life counterparts since there's absolutely no way that the Cubs would have been able to perform this well. But that's the fun of playing a video game, you guys. Anyway, so here we are with the first score of the game off of a sacrifice fly. I was in a pretty good position right before this here because I had runners on second and third with no out. So with the first out, I get a run. That's not too bad at all. I've got to get the momentum early in this game here because I'm playing against the Yankees. That's always tough. And I'm playing at Yankee Stadium, so they have the home field advantage. So if I can get some early points, especially with a home run like this one right here, I'm going to be set for the rest of the game. Colvin has done a great job through the entire season just providing me with some big home runs when I need it. And in Game 1 of the World Series, he continues to live up to all that he has done for me throughout this year. And I was actually expecting him to get a big hit right now because it happened so many times it almost became something that I just expected it would happen. So that's awesome to see that the team that I remembered is still here in the game. I mean, I feel like I can jump right back into it right where I left off. It's kind of like riding a bike, you know what I mean? So, man, 3-0 here early on. For top of the first, of course. Man, it's going to be tough for anybody. It's going to be tough for the Yankees, of course, here, too, to be able to come back from this here. So we'll take a look and see what happens here. Now, pitching also was something that I excelled at throughout the year as well. Now, there's that glitch. Gosh, I love that glitch. You get the free strike, basically. Anyway, pitching actually went really well. Carlos Zambrano was probably my most efficient pitcher. Yes, that is how crazy and unlifelike this season was. But the thing that I loved about Carlos Zambrano was his ability to hit. So that's kind of what made him the most efficient pitcher that I had, is because, you know, he was pretty good at pitching, and he can also hit the ball a little bit as well. So that was very helpful for me. Matt Garza had a great year. Ryan Dempster did as well. I went and I picked up Andy Pettitte off of the free agency at the beginning of the year just because I needed some other starting pitcher. He ended up doing not too hot, but I don't know. You can't, I guess, expect a winning record out of every single one of your starting pitchers. Man, I love that 12-6 curve. All right, so there's the first strikeout here for Matt Garza, and I'm hoping there's more to come from that. So, all right, now here we are with 2 outs, bottom of the first. Alex Rodriguez getting the first hit for the Yankees, which is going to be a shot in the middle of the infield that goes into center field. Fukudome, of course, picking that up, throwing that into the infield. So it was kind of depressing that he was able to get the first hit of the game. Not because I have anything against A-Rod, but I just didn't want it to come this early. Sweet double play by the Yankees right here. In fact, this is actually kind of a ridiculous double play because I don't know if you guys were able to catch that. I know the YouTube screen's a little small. So let me go ahead and show you guys an instant replay of what happened here. This tells you how good of a combination of Robinson Cano and Derek Jeter are because the ball goes right through Derek Jeter's glove. That's awesome. No, I'm just kidding. I hate the glitches in this game. It better be fixed in MLB 2K12 because, I don't know, I'm going to be mad and I'm just going to bash the game all the time. Anyway, this little shot here that goes over Castro there at shortstop is going to put them in a position to have a runner on first. All right, so Derek Jeter now up at the plate. he's going to get a shot almost on the other side of the field from where the first one was. So now we've got Yankee runners on first and third. All right, so they're starting to, kind of get into things now, and they're about ready to strike here. Man, that was, gosh, you really can't dive too well, I think, for the infield, but that one was just disheartening, man. All right, so the Yankees now have 1 point on the board. So it seems like that the Yankees are just hitting pretty well right now, so that kind of worries me a little bit, because it seems like at the beginning of the game I do all right, and then towards the middle and the later parts of the game the computer does all right, and they do a good job. So for them to strike early kind of worries me a little bit. Man, here is another hit. DeWitt, of course, not able to catch that, and we've got another run. So 3-2 in the bottom of the second. Yankees have come back pretty quick in this game, which I'm actually really, really impressed with. I mean, Matt Garza was actually super, super tough to hit against this year. He had a pretty low walks and hits per inning pitched, so this is actually very, very against the norm. But I get out of that one here. Carlos Pena getting a hit into center field. That's going to be nice having him on base because I'm wanting to strike again here pretty quick. So, of course, the more people I can have on base, the higher chance I'm going to have to be able to score. Here comes Colvin again. He was the one who hit the home run earlier, but ends up hitting into a double play. Dang it, that one kind of ruined that momentum pretty quick. I had a feeling I was starting to build something because whenever I get to this part of the lineup here, I'm always expecting good things to happen, and a lot of times they have not disappointed at all. But, I don't know, I guess it's the World Series. I can't expect everything to go right here because I'm playing the toughest team in the American League. There's another one. I don't know. Is it wrong for me that I'm taking advantage of this every single time that I can? Where the batter's not ready, but the computer lets me pitch. Of course I'm going to pitch. I mean, it's the World Series, but I don't know if it's wrong of me here, but I've already got all the videos recorded for the World Series. So if you tell me not to do it, sorry, guys, it's not going to take place. But I guess it'd be great to know if it happens in MLB 2K12. If I should do the honorable thing. Okay, I think I just talked myself into it. Do the honorable thing. Anyway, another strikeout here for Garza. So getting us the second out here in the bottom of the fifth inning. I am now starting to feel a little more comfortable about Garza. He feels like, or it seems like he's settling in a little bit. At least that's how I feel until the next hitter comes up. Man, shot in the left center. You'd know that is going to be extra bases. Fukunome, you got to get there quicker because it's going to end up being a triple. Man, all right. So Yankees again in a position to be able to score. Granted, there are 2 outs, so it's not like I should be really, really fearful. Because if it was like no outs or 1 out, I'd expect like a bunt or a sacrifice fly, something like that. But here we go, A-Rod. I'm going to be going with the pitch. Oh, man, he's going to hit that one into right field. Over the wall, of course, you could already tell by that one. That was a 2-run shot, and the Yankees now have the lead. So this is kind of rough here because you guys know I don't like being behind. I don't like playing catch-up. I want the other team to play catch-up. Greater chances to make mistakes. You get more desperate. And you do stuff that may not be smart because that's the only thing you can do, I guess, at that point. But, man, A-Rod with the shot. All right, so I'm going to have to watch how I throw to him because, kind of going with the Cubs not playing like they did in real life, I mean, it kind of goes for basically every player in the game, including A-Rod. So I kind of underestimated him right here, and I got burned on that one. So I guess you got to be careful. I mean, anything can happen in baseball. I guess anything can happen in a baseball game as well. All right, so top of the 6th here. We're looking at 4-3 still, and I've got a runner on. All right, so maybe I can do something here. Now, you see I got the wicked lead. Of course, I'm going to be trying to do something, but end up going swinging instead. And I am going to tag up, and I'm going to move on over to second base. So even though I didn't get the stolen base, it's okay. It all came out to be the same anyway. So Castro has done a great job with stealing on the year. I mean, this is the guy who was absolutely efficient because if you can't hit for power, it's really beneficial to have somebody who has good contact and is really quick because he can steal. And if you've got somebody on second, regardless of if they get a big hit or if they steal a base, it all comes out to be the same anyway. So that's kind of why I like to go with the contact hitters who can steal pretty easily. So I don't know what I'll necessarily do for the Tigers, if I'll move anybody around, if I'll make any trades, sign any free agents. I don't know, but if I do, that way you guys kind of know my mentality for things. Oh, man, another home run. Dang it, Jones. All right, so the lead has expanded even more for the Yankees. This is not the way I want Game 1 of the World Series to go, because it's not just the game where I don't want to play catch-up. I don't want to do this in the series. It would be absolutely crazy, but I don't know if I'm going to be keeping Garza in too much longer. I really have little patience, and I'm not too forgiving with my starting pitchers. So, I don't know. I might start warming somebody up. I might sit Garza down. I do have Kerry Wood in my bullpen, and I love Kerry Wood just for his great career that he's had. He's also a veteran pitcher who, I don't know, I think in a moment like this would be pretty clutch. So I'm going to go with him now. I mean, you can see he's got one win in the postseason so far, which is pretty good. But, in many respects, Kerry Wood's been pretty untested from what I've seen from the box scores. Now, remember, these are the only games that I've played of the postseason here, but I'm going to turn to Kerry Wood. This guy has not let me down during the regular season. I don't think he's going to let me down right now either. So I'm pretty confident on how this is going to turn out now that I've got somebody who I can trust. But granted, I did trust Garza. All right, so with this delivery, oh, man, Alfonso Soriano with a shot in the right field. I don't know if there's like a magnet in there that's taking all the baseballs over there, because that's where I shouldn't say every home run that I've seen here at Yankee Stadium kind of take place. But, man, a lot of the hits in this game have been going into right field. So Alfonso Soriano taking advantage of it by also hitting it over the wall. And Alfonso Soriano, I mean, this guy was one of the stars of the team as well. And in 2011, he was just a flop. I mean, right now, the Cubs are thinking about trying to get rid of him altogether because it's just a bad contract with Soriano. But in virtual respects, it was awesome. Glad to have him on the team. Great shot here, of course, to be able to help me out, get the lead once again. Now, I don't have it quite yet, but I'm inching my way there. Now, Java Chamberlain comes in for the Yankees, and this is awesome for me because if there's any pitcher that I feel the most comfortable hitting off of, it is Java Chamberlain. Throws a lot of fastballs at a pretty decent speed. I've got it timed really well. So it's like whenever the Yankees bring in Java Chamberlain, I don't care what team that I am, I'm going to be getting a lot of hits off this guy. And I don't know, because I actually played against Java Chamberlain in high school and summer ball too, so I don't know if it's necessarily that. Anyway, game side at 5. Now it's me with the lead here, 6-5 at this point now. Thank you so much, Java Chamberlain. That was actually his second pitch coming into the game, and Marlon Byrd hits another home run. Or he hits his first home run, but there's another home run for my team. I told you that the long ball was our specialty this year. A lot of players who you wouldn't think had a lot of power hit for a lot of power. So, man, I hope the Yankees keep Java Chamberlain in here because this World Series is going to get pretty one-sided, especially this game is going to get pretty one-sided here if we continue like this. Man, sweet home run, well-timed home run. So to be able to come up with the tie, I get a home run, and to come out with the lead was done by home run. All right, so top of the 7th. Here we go. Castro hitting it into right field. We're going to be looking extra bases, of course, here. He's going to get the double. Sometimes I feel like if I just jump off of second a little bit and start heading over to third, the computer will throw it over there. I might get an error, but I didn't do anything that time. But, man, a double. Things are going good. Come on, Java. Keep throwing them my way. All right, well, anyway, I get out of the 7th, so we'll take a look and see what Java does in the 8th and 9th. And here we're going to be going with a double play. Pena to Castro. Back to Kerry Wood. Sweet. All right. So I got to kill the Yankee momentum here at this point. All right. So still at the bottom of the 7th. 2 outs. Man, they're going to get one hit here in the right center. Nobody, of course, had a chance of getting to that. We're talking extra bases once again. Bugadoma, you got to hurry up, man. Getting it to DeWitt, getting it to Ramirez. And, of course, we're looking at a triple with 2 outs. All right, so this happened earlier, and it ended up being okay because I got out of it. So I've got some confidence here that I will continue to be able to get out of the messes as they come up. I mean, it's Kerry Wood. I trust this guy. But we'll take a look and see what happens here. A-Rod with this hit in a right field. There's got to be some kind of magnet. I don't know what it is. Like I said, so many balls have gone in right field. It's ridiculous. But that is going to be an RBI for A-Rod. The Yankees, once again, have the lead. It is 7-6 now. All right, so we're getting closer and closer to the end of the game. We're in the top of the 8th now. I don't have that much time. Carlos Pena, though, answers with a home run. There's a solo shot, so we're back at a tie game. Man, talk about home runs in this game. It has been absolutely crazy. Of course, when you're going against two really good teams, thanks again, Jabba. When you're going against, when you got two really good teams playing one another, of course, all their strengths are going to be coming out. Now, Yankees, of course, their specialty was also their offense. They did have some weaknesses with pitching throughout the year. So I'm expecting, a high-scoring World Series in a lot of these games. And I'm expecting a lot of home runs. So it's definitely living up to my expectations. But, man, my team's doing pretty good. Clutch hitting. Like when we get behind or when, we're about ready to take the lead, it's been home runs that have kept me in this game. All right, Marlon Byrd looking at that one here for ball 4, getting on base. Now, you can see that they took out Jabba Chamberlain. I'm going to take out Kerry Wood here, too, because I'm thinking Marmol might be able to help me out here, come in as the closer, and get the save, which he's done time and time again throughout the year. So thank you, Kerry Wood, for doing your job, for letting us continue to have a chance to be able to win this one, limiting the Yankees, but, not to the degree that I would have necessarily had wanted. But here we are, bottom of the 9th. 7-6. All right, so Marmol only has 2 pitches, and this is something that is not advantageous for me at all because as the computer learns what I'm going to be doing here, it's basically a 50-50 shot of what I'm going to be throwing here, and I'm going to try and rely on the slider, so I'm going to be throwing more fastballs than I necessarily want to, but you'll see it mixed in here every once in a while. I don't necessarily know how I want to do this. Of course, I'm going to try every once in a while to kind of mix throwing high or low, but since I threw it high, I'm talking a fly ball here in the center field. I should have kept that one low. We could have been talking about a ground ball that something Castro could have headed off and thrown over to first. All right, so Brett Gardner now. You can see he went 1 for 4 tonight, 2 strikeouts. All right, dude, I'm going to be taking advantage of the fact that you're not ready. Strike 1. Sweet. All right, so I don't know. Like I said, if I should be doing that or not, but I keep doing it, so oh well. Expect that. All right, so I'm going to be going with a high fastball here. He's going with the bunt. Marmol doing a great job. I love doing that with bunting. That's something you guys should definitely do as well. If you think your guy is going to drop a bunt, then go ahead and throw it high and inside. A lot of times you're going to go ahead and just pop it right on up, and then you have a fly out and no harm done. You just got one more out. Runner hasn't advanced. All right, Robinson Cano, absolutely great hitter for the Yankees. So I'm going actually against the worst part of the lineup that I possibly could be going up against here for this last part of the game. So the Yankees, I would say, definitely have the advantage, but I'm not saying that I'm not going to make it out of this here because I definitely can. Marmol's done a great job. So here we go. Like I said, trying to mix it up, going with the high fastball. That is going to be a ball. 95-mile-an-hour fastball. So he's definitely got some velocity behind what he throws. Pretty wicked slider as well. All right, Castro, what is the computer doing? This game could be over right now because Castro stepped on it, and then the computer made me throw it to the second base to the second baseman here. Man, oh, that is frustrating. This game could be over. I could have won Game 1 of the World Series. I still can, but that would have been nice if it had ended right there. All right, here we go with A-Rod. All right, so on this pitch, oh my gosh, he's going to take this one into center field. That is a game-winning home run. The Yankees win Game 1 of the World Series in style with that 420-foot home run by A-Rod. He has plagued me this entire game, and he hurts me more than anybody else can here. Game 1 of the World Series. All right, you guys have reason to for sure celebrate. All right, so this is a downer, you guys. Did not want this to happen. Did not want to lose Game 1, but there are still more games ahead. So keep watching because I'm going to try and post these once a day until we get to the end of the World Series. All right, so thanks for watching. You guys feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter. Of course, A-Rod's going to get player of the game. Who else? Anyway, you guys are awesome. As always, I hope you have a good one.